Okay, we're on the record in cause number 2021 CR 0879, the state of Texas versus Jacinto Salazar. Attorneys, please make your announcements for the record.
Denise Harrison for state of Texas, Your Honor.
Mary Petrosik for the defense. Judge, we're ready to proceed.
Mr. Salazar is appearing by video conference from the Bexar County Jail. Go ahead and tell me your full name, sir.
Jacinto Joshua Salazar.
Since this is an open plea, are you going to ask him to plead true to everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Salazar, the state has filed a motion to revoke your community supervision. They're alleging that that on July 21st, 2021, you failed to submit to drug testing. Is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to say true or not true.
Oh, true.
And then on June 15th, 2021, that you failed to submit to drug testing. Is that true or not true?
True.
Violation of condition number 4, that you failed to get a job on around July 21st, 2021. Is that true or not true?
True.
And then violation of condition number 5, that you failed to report October 19th, 2021. Is that true or not true?
True.
That you also failed to report for the months of August, September 2021 in violation of condition number 5. Is that true?
True.
Okay. Number 14, that you failed to complete your 40 hours of community service. Is that true?
It's true.
And 2 violations of condition number 15, that you failed to attend a scheduled TAP evaluation on July 9th and July 28th. Those are separate violations. Are those true or not true?
It's true.
Okay. What are the, I do remember this case. Mary, do you want to, I know you guys don't have an agreement, but what is going on? What are you guys asking for?
So we're asking for the court to take into consideration probation's recommendation, and I think probation's recommendation was for 60-day jail sanction, UAs every 90 days, and 0 tolerance for reporting. And I know that Mr. Salazar does have a statement for the court if the court would like to hear from him.
State, what are you asking for?
Your Honor, the underline is 5/5. The state is asking for 5 years due to the fact that he absconded. He was given a chance to be on probation, and he point blank is saying, "I'm not going to do anything the court asked me to do." He was scheduled for TAP twice. He didn't go neither time. He didn't show up. He showed up for 2 months and then absconded. He wasn't going in for a drug test, so we don't even know if he has a drug problem, because whether or not he was positive or not, Your Honor, due to the fact that he showed the court that he really doesn't care. He's going to do what he wants to do. So the state is asking for 5 years.
And Judge, if I may, I know that it is in the TAP evaluation that when Mr. Salazar was released, he was homeless at the time, and once he was released, I think in June, when he was placed on probation, and so there was not a complete disregard for the court's orders. Mr. Salazar was staying in Haven for Hope, and I guess there was some rules at Haven for Hope that if he left, then he had to restart the process to become a member, to be placed on a list for housing. And so he, at that point, was going in between giving up his place in line and having to go through the process again, and then reporting to this probation officer that he was in contact with. And so he also had his family that he was working and juggling. And so at some point, he ended up in more of a survival mode to try to get them stabilized. I know that Mr. Salazar is now in a different position than he was when he was released previously back in June, and has family that he plans on staying with to be able to get him through probation successfully. I think he has been in jail since he was arrested in October on the motion to revoke.
Is CPS still involved in you and your children's lives?
To be honest, I haven't had no contact with her because there's a supposedly no contact order. But other than that, I don't know what's going on.
So you're not part of the plan with CPS?
Well, I'm trying to be, but I guess they want me out of the picture. But I'm trying to tell them I'm willing to do, classes, parenting, whatever they want me to do, I'll do it, because I'm not gonna just sign up my rights over my kids.
Do you know the status of that, Mary? Have they terminated his rights, or has he relinquished?
No, Judge, I don't know the current status of that. I know that his children are living with his mom, so I'm assuming there was a placement with the mother, and probably as part of the safety plan or whatever process they're in is the no contact with Mr. Salazar. I think so. I don't have an update on that, Judge. I apologize.
So where will you go live?
I wasn't gonna go stay with my little sister.
Which is where? In
It's
San
off of,
Antonio?
yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Salazar, do you have any type of employment options available to you at this time?
What do you mean by that?
So one of the conditions of probation was that you were to get some type of employment. Do you have any prospects or anything that you are going to apply for?
I was thinking about going back to the temp service I was working at before.
Is that labor on demand, or is it a different temp service?
It was two temp services I was working at. It was Express off of Military and Goliad, and then the one right there off of 35.
And you've previously worked for them then?
Yes, I used to work for them.
All right, I'm ready to go forward. I do find that violations of condition number 2, 2, 4, 5, 5, 14, 15, 15 are true. I'm going to deny the state's motion. I'm going to do a 60-day Bexar County jail sanction. I do find it satisfied. I want to see you here in 60 days for a 60-day compliance hearing. I want to know about your job status. And I want him evaluated for gang supervision. Or ISP, whatever he qualifies for.
He did need criteria for gang supervision.
Okay, so for the record, I did previously do that evaluation. He did meet the criteria, so he will be in the gang diversion program. No more chances, Mr. Salazar.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna go into a breakout room with probation, and you're gonna get your conditions amended, and you're gonna update your living situation, and then you'll be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
If I may, are we still on the record?